the shell, this brioche and toast in the world. The tarragon butter moon walk in the pen like the king of pop. Put on my power scout, the Gucci cocks, I still cannot locate it.
It's the Detroit Tigers going up against the New York Yankees. All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Just about set to go. And on the mound today, Garrett Crochet. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. A 2-run shot. It's 2-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
1 out. Runners at first and second. That one ripped. Scott hauls it in for the out. 2 away now.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Now the #2 hitter, Colt Keith. On the ground to first, Ace. Handles, throws to first, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at-bat.
And a 2-1 on the way. To the right side, Ace. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Game 1 of the division series. Here's the third baseman, Curtis Mead. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Runner at first with no outs here. Here's a swing and a drive. And no one can get there. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. Safe. It's 5-1.
Everything came together for him. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tarek Skubal will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Hank Bradley.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here is Aaron Judge, 1 for 2. And that's through there for a strike.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And that one missing low. Judge comes up empty there. Movement in the bullpen. Danny Young getting loose out there. Man at second. Pitch misses. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Well, that's the moneymaker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same-side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
De La Rosa in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Hard hit left side. Throws across the diamond. Got the out. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of the ALDS. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5. It's the Yankees 5 and the Tigers 1. Right down to shoot, and it's 0-1.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 8-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And up next for New York, David Ace. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Splits the plate, and that's strike one.
I'm impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Right through there, got him. And now one away.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back. It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in Game 1 to set the tone.
Final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the New York Yankees. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boog. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of Game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows start circling for a team that falls into a 2-game deficit, not where you want to be. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And on the hill, Taj Bradley. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
And that one hit to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna.
Now it's the power speed combo. David Ace. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And the pitch is in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Down in order go the Yankees. Scoreless after 1. Nobody out. Runner at first.
First baseman, David
Ace mashed a couple of homers in his last game. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Tigers leading by 5, and we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. Right through there for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
We're in the second game of this division series. Stepping in the long ball threat, David Ace. And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
To second, and he's out.
Really nice job right there, especially on the mound. Sometimes when that runner breaks, everybody panics, especially the pitcher, and then you don't make the play, you don't execute what needs to be done to get that runner out. That time he just stepped off calmly, dealt with the situation, and they got a pretty easy out after that.
Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Cole Hughes.
So up next, David Ace. 1 for 3. The Yankees looking to rally. There's a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing across here this half. Luis Ariz stands in. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Tigers 5 and the Yankees 1.
Well, one of the goals in the postseason is to split on the road and play very well at home. They did just that with the win today, evening it up at 1-1.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
When I first met you, baby, everything I knew wasn't anybody.
against the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Siggy.
Man, it's been fun so far, Boog, that's for sure. After splitting the first two, Game 3 takes on even more meaning than usual. You don't want to be the team that drops this one and then be faced with having to win 2 games in a row in order to take the series. That's tough.
And the pressure on the starting pitchers is big in this one. Each of them is being counted on to come through with a quality performance, hoping to save some of that bullpen for really critical games coming up. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. Almost ready to get underway, and towing the slab, Jackson Joe. What do you got on him, Chris?
4-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. We're midway in inning number 1. No score.
The first baseman, David Ace.
Ace getting to start at first, a member of the 3,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Two outs. Ripped to right. And Acuna able to make the grab. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. 1 down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. The 2-2. On the ground, could be 2. Ace toss to second. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. Game 3 moves on to the 4th. It's the Yankees 2 and the Tigers 1. Third game of the division series. Here's the third baseman, Curtis Mead. Slow roll to first. Ace. Throws to first in time. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Nobody out. Runner at first. In there, and it's 0-1.
Right through there for a strike. That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And that one hammered. That's back there. It's a bomb. And that should quiet this home crowd. He's up to 3 home runs in the series, and they boost their lead. It's 4-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
And now, David Ace. Back to the 6th. He drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far. And it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo. Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
And there's a strike. Good heater, 98.
Well, he homered earlier in the game, but showing no fear on the mound so far in this at-bat. He's just attacking the strike zone.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. Got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
And we're back. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Colt Heath. On the ground at first. Ace steps on the bag, and a quick out, number 1.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Curtis Mead getting ready to hit, bunts it in the air, and there's one down. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
The Tigers down to their final strike. Swing and a slow roller. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next for the Tigers, the shortstop.
One down. David Ace stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered here in this one.
Right through there for a strike. And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there that left the bat on his shoulder.
That's a hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. Tag out. They cut down the go-ahead run in second.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
To short, could be 2. The flip, 1 at second, and that's 2.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play gets out of the jam and back in the dugout. Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
And this one ends.